J'espère que vous avez passé un très bel été. Vous l'avez pleinement mérité. C'est un réel plaisir de se retrouver sur le campus. I just got back from watching our juvenile football team practice. It was really nice to see the smile on the faces of our grade 10s and 11s as they practiced for the first time in 18 months. Football in the fall, there's a real feeling of getting back to normal. Now things are better, but we're not quite there yet. So let me start by explaining a little bit of how we are planning to deal with the COVID situation, which again, unfortunately, is still with us. Everything I'm going to say today can be found in writing on our website under Health and Safety Protocols. You will also get a more detailed version from your division director in the weekly update next week. On the vaccination front, we did poll our staff, and I can tell you that the Selwyn House staff has a 95.5% vaccination rate. Now I'm pleased with that number. However, when we break it down to just the teachers and the coaches, or in other words, the adults who are actually dealing with the students, our vaccination rate is just over 97.3%. So let me give you some safety protocols for this year. Let me start by saying that all of our hand sanitizers have been filled, and students will once again be expected to clean their hands several times a day. The filters for all of our air purifiers in the classrooms have all been changed. Now, while in school, our mask rule remains unchanged from last year. That means in the hallways, the common areas, the locker areas, anytime that a student is walking around, he must be wearing a mask. We are also asking everyone to wear a mask in the classrooms. Now, there may be times when a student may be working quietly at his desk where a teacher may give him permission to remove his mask for a short period of time. You know what? That's okay. But remember, this is a teacher's decision, not the student's. Everyone must be wearing a mask when in the building. However, when the students are outside, we will be allowing the students to play without their masks. This is a change from last year. Now, last year we had each student remain in a class bubble. This year we're changing that rule slightly. In the elementary school, we will bubble each grade. Now, what this means, for example, is that the two grade 5s can play together or hang out together during recess and lunch. However, we will not permit different grades to mix with each other. Now, in the middle and senior schools, there will be no class bubbles at all. Also in middle and senior schools, we're back to offering our full slate of extracurricular options, including all team sports. Now, the government has said that anyone participating in any extracurricular activity, so whether that's sports, band, debating, the school play, must all be double vaccinated to participate. So, if you're in grades 7, 8, 9, 10, or 11, you will have to have had 2 shots to participate in any of these extracurriculars. As far as uniforms go, each division head will give you specific details as to your specific uniform requirements. I am very excited. It's going to be a great year. We're going to see the return of sports, band, debating, school activities, although under some controlled conditions. Many of you will be back in ties and blazers, and I will be honest, I really missed them last year. One last thing, if your son is sick, please keep him home. And this isn't really a COVID thing. If your son has symptoms of a cold or flu, let's keep everyone safe, keep him at home. He needs to rest and recover. We really do need everyone's cooperation. If a student develops symptoms here, we will be sending him home. And again, this is just to keep everybody safe and healthy. Like last year, we will be following all public health directives and advice. Now, as far as online classes go, access will only be available through the approval of your respective school head. So that means either Ms. Funamoto, Mr. Lajoie, or Mr. Banerjee. This is really meant for COVID-related mid to long-term absences and not for short-term illnesses. If your son is sick, he needs to rest. His health is more important than the school that he is missing. You'll be getting more information directly from your corresponding division heads, but if anyone has any questions or concerns, please reach out to either your division head or myself. Nous avons fait beaucoup de progrès et nous allons dans la bonne direction. Je suis convaincu que nous allons vivre une belle année ensemble. Merci.